I first found out about drag sneaking into gay clubs where there were drag and trans performers. And, my mom, bless her heart, is a lovely lady, but she's not a glamour puss. And these girls were decked out, and I fell in love. My first drag experience was dressing up on Halloween. I grabbed my best friend, who was a straight guy, and that was my husband. That was his costume. And I was a woman. In the 80s and 90s, I was part of the big drag boom and the club kids, and basically, this is a forgotten New York City, but there were massive clubs, and we were paid just to show up, sometimes to perform and hand out drink tickets, but there were 50 of us hired to give out drink tickets and host. Well, the 80s were a very dark time because AIDS was just devastating to the gay community. People were dropping like flies. Today, AIDS is not a death sentence, but then it often was. So there were a lot of activists demanding that, drugs be released or tested by the government. My goal was to put a smile on people's face and a wacky drag show. There was really no message other than that. Before RuPaul, who is gorgeous and stylish, the mainstream drag were things like Tootsie. The drag queen is forced to do drag because, as in Tootsie's case, he can't get work as a male actor. So there was always a reason, other than wanting to do drag, that they were forced to do drag in a lot of the mainstream pictures. RuPaul is giving you, I'm fabulous, I'm gorgeous, you better work. I mean, it's unabashedly, I want to do drag. Not I'm forced to do drag, but I do this because I do it well and you're gonna love it. And turns out she was right. Wigstock sprang from the Pyramid Club where I worked throughout the 80s, and it was a drag queen owned and operated venue that also had live music. So we stumbled out of the park one year drunk and clowned around on the band shell, and from that mad moment gave birth to the idea of Wigstock, which is kind of a spoof on Woodstock. And the festival grew every year until we, had some celebrity performers like Debbie Harry, Boy George, and others. Manhattan Borough President Ruth Messenger would often stop by to declare the day official Wigstock Day. Gay Pride Day is a way of coming together with my tribe of people and, just recognizing them. And there is strength in numbers. Gay people have got their own unique things to fight for. So it is part parade with rainbows and, balloons, and part march to where we are demanding our rights. Stonewall riots were gay, trans people saying enough is enough when police raided a bar and started to harass them. They threw bricks at the police. So this was a rebellious spirit. The people who were most vulnerable to harassment back then and possibly today were people who were not putting on a pink t-shirt to march once a year. They actually lived like that. So they were the trans people, the people of color, the people who didn't have anywhere else to go other than this bar. They didn't have an alter identity, a safe, I identify or I pass as straight identity to retreat. They were themselves, so they got the brunt of it, and bless their hearts, they started Gay Lib in this country for us. And this is the 50th anniversary of the riots. I mean, listen, there's room for everybody. There's room for every rainbow and every speech and every march. We're getting a head start. World Pride in New York City. Hey, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a march. It's going to be everything.
I started drag because I started doing musical theater, and I went to school for musical theater. I was so sick of doing shows that I couldn't relate with. I wanna create my own art and have my own narrative and decide what I'm gonna wear and be my own artistic director and create cool art for my community. I've been a full-time drag queen for 4 years now, and I've been doing it for 5. I was in Swish Swish with Katy Perry on SNL, and that kind of catalyzed all these other things. And then I got a reality show, and I got all these other things that came to me. So when I started drag, the hustle was real. I would go to every single bar, every single night, and made sure that everyone knew my name. And then my career just kind of took off. When you decide to be a drag queen and you tell your family, it's kind of like you gotta come out of the closet again. Because first you tell them hey, mom, dad, I'm gay. And then you gotta tell them, hey, mom, dad, I'm gonna dress up like a woman and dance around for other people and make them happy. When people come to my show, they can expect a great show. I am an entertainer, and I love just making people feel happy and helping them escape. I've found out that working hard and being kind to everyone is how you're gonna get the farthest. The term drag queen means a welcoming, giant presence. We're almost like Santa Claus. You gotta love Santa, and you gotta love a drag queen. It's almost like a mythical creature. Gay Pride means a lot of things to me. I mean, Pride in general means a lot of things. Not only acceptance, but resistance and love. It's such an amazing time to be together and think of all the things that have happened within our community. You have to think about all the people within our community and what they did for us, and also all the other things that we need to do to move forward so that we're all accepted. That's what Gay Pride means to me. I'm so happy to be that person within my community that is at the forefront of all of that, and the person that's fighting for people's rights. Us celebrating 50 years, it's just like all the work that we've done as a community to be accepted, to just be like everyone else, and for people to not judge us because of someone that we love. That's why I love Pride. Everyone comes together with love, and to show that we have love and that we can fight any battle within our community by loving each other. And we teach the world that. I'm so proud of who I am today, and when I tie that sheet or that dress around myself, I'm so proud of who I am, and I'm not afraid to be who I am, and neither should anyone else. In the community, the trailblazers, I mean, RuPaul is the first one. She has paved a way for so many of us within our community, and long ago wasn't afraid to wear a dress and be on television and say, this is who I am, and I'm proud of who I am, and this is who you should be too. Coming out when I was younger, it made me the person I am today, because now I'm fearless, and also I'm a representative to so many other people, to Polynesian Mormon kids that wanted to dress up like girls and prance around the house because they were actually really good at it. And I get messages all the time on social media being that people say, you're my person, you're the person that's closest to me, and it's so nice to see someone representing us, since I'm so specific. So I want the world to be educated in the next 50 years and to realize that LGBTQIA+ are just like them.